folks, and welcome to another edition of Hawken. Today, I actually have a test drive available for the Scout. It's rank 1, it's got basic internals already set up for it, so I do think I am going to play with this for a couple of matches, just so you guys can see what it's like, and so I can kind of get an idea of what it is. Unfortunately, because it's first level and because it's a test run, I will only get to see the basic gun that's on it. I won't get to see any of the more advanced stuff, but you will get to see, you know, your primary weapon, your secondary weapon, what they do, and unfortunately, we won't have any options for switching everything around. This will also give me a good idea as to whether or not I want to choose or. Well, hello. That was kind of the end of that. That was a really, really fast match. That's the fastest I've had yet. So, wow, that was horrible. I think I've mentioned this before. I think that there should be a timer on it if you hit like 2 minutes in the match or whatever. That really shouldn't allow new people to be put into it. But let's try this again. Any mode. Anyway, as I was saying, is I may be able to decide whether or not that would be, if that would be one of the next mechs that I got on my purchase list. I mean, I know that I have kind of vaguely looked at it, but I don't really know its strengths and weaknesses. I don't know that much about it, so I don't want to say yes or no, and it's kind of just been completely up in the air for me as to whether or not I would even look at that mech, just by, some of the other ones I'm planning on getting a little bit more first, simply because they look more interesting. But ooh, this one is very light, very low health, very fast. Bad guys have the AA, so let's see. Ooh, holy crap! Wow, that. Oh, good grief. And only get extra fuel on my. Ah! It does move like. It moves like hell. This thing is quick. Very fast to get in and out of in and out of a firefight with. I don't think I've ever seen any of the other mechs move this fast before. Same time, I don't think I've ever seen any of them take quite so much damage so quickly before either. So, there is a trade-off there, obviously. Wasn't really expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. None of the names have really ever seemed to match what they might do, so I never really thought about it too much. And this thing overheats like hell. Oh, no, go away. Yeah, I really, really, really don't want... Ah, there we go. Somebody else to be my target practice. Or their target practice. I'll just come in behind and help. And that's kind of the plan. This thing actually almost moves too fast, because you kind of overguess where you're going to be. That said, it also comes with a shotgun, which seems a little bit odd for a quick, sneaky mech. You'd almost think you'd want something... Oh, they must be above me. You'd almost think you'd want something a little bit more, more accurate. And I'm rather guessing that's what you get later on, but for right now, not at all. And it doesn't hold a whole heck of a lot of energy either. Still, Yeah, this actually seems to be kind of an even fight. That was bad. I mean, sort of might have had a chance had it kept one-on-one and just kind of kept out of his damage range, but add the other mech into it and that was pretty much toast. As soon as I saw him, I didn't see him for very long, but as soon as I saw him, I had a pretty good idea. I wasn't gonna last there. Um, so what are we at? Oh man, wow, that could have been. Oh wow, they're. Come on. Don't die on me now. This is going to be really bad for me. I don't like doing this right in the middle of everything, but I don't have a whole heck of a lot of choice. There we go. Okay, good. Our battleship got launched. And their defenses are critical. This is actually, I think this is going to wind up going pretty well for us. Is there somebody coming at me from the side? Almost looked like there might have been, but it was kind of hard to tell. It was a little bit touch and go there for a minute. There we go. But yeah, this thing it's very fast, it's very light, very quick, and I'm very dead. That was very dumb, speaking of. It not exactly I'm not sure exactly what it was that I was expecting. I don't think I ever expected to run something quite this quick in this game. I mean, I know it's a mech game combat, and I knew that there'd be, situations where one way or the other, there is going to be a limit to the speed, even though they are fast and light and, all that. So, that was kind of what I was expecting. It was just going to be. It wasn't going to be. I mean, I figured it would be a little bit fast, but I didn't think it was going to be this bit fast. And that I think I get is actually I guess its strong point is it really is so fast that even without dashing you can kind of get out of the way of incoming fire rather quickly, and that without the rocket boost and everything else even, so it's actually, and you add that into it and it's damn near uncatchable. Although it was kind of I was kind of amused by the team quit dicking around. He wasn't meaning to talk to us. He was just trying to talk to himself or his own team, which yeah, that kind of amuses me. So are these real or fake SIGs? Ha! He knows I have to heal. I think he's probably going to do the same, but at the same time, it's kind of funny. Damn. Okay, so maybe that wasn't the best thing I've ever done. It was still kind of fun to do. Maybe I'm just a little bit too easily amused, and I also know that, hey, you know, at this point, I don't want to say foregone conclusion, but it's not the end of the world if I die once or twice either. Wow, that was painful. That said, I can hunt somebody down and take them out, tear them apart. I um my overheat is awful quick, but I can get out of the situation and back into the situation so damn fast because of it. That's actually it's I kind of like it. I mean, I don't like the low health, obviously. That's just a detriment, but um I mean, maybe a couple more health would be nice, just because of the fact that it's 320. It's one good missile shot, and basically you're screwed. But that said, it is. Okay. So let's quit dicking around. Let's go get some EU. Because we kind of need it. Hmm. All right. Let's do this. And that's the other thing is you can get out of a situation so rapidly because of it. Because of how fast it is, you can get in and out of a situation quick, and I almost think that there's been a couple of situations that with any other mech I would have wound up dead in, but in this particular situation I didn't, simply because of the fact that I'm running something this fast. And let's see, do we have the AA? No, we don't. Not right at the moment. That's gonna hurt. Let's see if I can't get repaired before. Although the nice thing is because you have so little health, it doesn't take more than a second or two to repair it all. So, you know, yay for small favors, right? I do think that this thing would be a lot better, a lot more serviceable with that was what I wanted to do. Got him and I took him out. And then I got out of there. Not so much. That's base defenses. Why do I keep doing that? I got turned around and I got lost and then I got myself killed just for stupidity's sake. That was just dumb. Oh, God. That could have been me helping out in the AA. Instead, here I am freaking... Alright. So, we have the AA. Let me go get some energy. Come on. No! So bad. Okay, so we did get our battleship launched. We need to get this thing taken back over, and I'm pretty sure there's one person left alive to do that. but doesn't matter. AA is definitely under enemy control. And I want to fix that. Ooh, that's not gonna happen. Not right. Not with just me. Oh, bad. That was a bad situation. Hmm. Oh, I hate. This is one of those situations where honestly I kind of hate being stuck in just one mech, simply because I think the survivability of a slightly heavier mech would do me some good right here. Um, that said, this is actually a pretty damn good little mech. I was gonna call it a boat for some reason. I have no idea. Don't ask me. My brain is mysterious even to me some days. But that said, man, looks like we're gonna have to go another round or two. Shit, I thought. Ow! Well, yeah, no, that didn't even do that much damage to him. Hmm. Yeah, it seems like a situation like this is where I really should um, just switch back to something a little bit heavier and something that's going to be able to kind of give me a little bit more punch. And I am going to do that. I will switch back when I get the opportunity, but for right now, I do think that it's in my best interest to take one of these out. Leo doesn't like me much. Not a big surprise considering I'd killed him a number of times before. That was, yeah. Me and my big mouth talking about, oh, well, it doesn't matter if I die once or twice. And then we lose the AA and don't take care of business. And that kind of causes some problems. Ooh. Wow, that's painful. He did have the same ability I had, which, kind of. Ugh. About time. So this is really kind of painful for both of us. What the? Why is it that I'm sitting there doing damage after he had to have had something on? He had to have some kind of repair pack or something, because I mean, almost looked like I wasn't doing any direct damage to him at all. All right, so you know what? Let's just take this back and deposit it simply because we can. It's quick and it's right there, so I may as well. Yeah. So I'm assuming that their team makeup changed around a little bit. They must have had somebody leave and somebody else come in to kind of make them a little bit more deadly, because that's definitely been they are definitely a stronger team than they were. So I don't know if half their team dropped or just one person who made that much of a difference dropped, but doesn't really matter at this point one way or the other. Does it? Wow. So we killed each other at the same time. At least I think I kept him from, or we kept him from taking energy back, which is good. That said, they've got theirs before we got ours, which isn't good. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing there and why he didn't get back up, because that's never a good idea to just sit and stay in it. Like that. Not a good idea to just sit and stay in it. Ugh, that was dumb. So, apologies. I am... Okay, what the hell? Thank you. And agreed. Wow, that was kind of bad for me. Kind of bad for all of us, really. So the Scout seems like it's kind of an enhanced version of the Berserker. It's not so... The Berserker's not so fast, but it's also got a little bit more survivability than the Scout, obviously, and that I think is the difference. Generally speaking, they seem to trade off survivability for speed, and that really shows with the Scout. You have this huge speed boost, but you have almost... Ooh. Really, really not liking him right now. I've got to do something about Leo. Fucking hell. Yeah, I think we still have the AA, so we might get their battleship out of the way pretty damned quick, too. I spoke too soon. Wow. That's just bad for me one way or the other, because I need to repair some. And if I do that... Ugh. Yeah, I think that guy just dropped in, and I think he really, really made a hell of a difference for their team. Because we were, God, yeah, we had just about won it, and that was ridiculous. I can think of something else that GF might stand for. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Wow. It's unfortunate that I didn't get EXP from it. You know, obviously that's something that I'm gonna have to think about pretty severely now because that mech actually kind of interests me. The I mean, it's kind of the little mech that could. It's in and out of combat very, very quickly. It's, I mean, obviously at the end of it, I wanted to be a little bit more of a severe threat, so I kind of went back to what I knew, and I'm not sure if that was necessarily the best choice for me, but I know that dying with the other thing would have kept me out of the battle, although it seems like I was out of the battle for the most part anyway, which was kind of annoying. Um, Mini flak is basically a shotgun. Um, I do want to kind of see what other options it has, but to do so, I'd have to buy it, and I don't really have enough money to buy it one way or the other, so there's not a whole lot I can do about that. Increase run speed after killing. Convert 2% of damage taken into fuel. Give it if it is wow. Okay, so this thing is just basically built to be the entire thing is built around speed. Every single internal that they give you is built around speed. Anyway, the portable scanner, that was actually something I was talking about at the beginning of it, I believe. It might have been at some point, at some other point. The portable scanner is actually one of the things that I want to try to pick up um, for my assault mech, and I don't have it unlocked yet, but that will be in the next couple of levels. The portable scanner and the radar scrambler both. One of which mars up their sensors so that they see a whole bunch of people on their sensors, and the other actually shows me where they are, especially at the beginning of a fight and some of the earlier fights when I'd been playing around before, and you guys watched me kind of jump into something, and it was just you couldn't find somebody for like the first 10 minutes of the match. It kind of gets a little bit boring. I'm gonna try to run with this, for one or two other matches, just to kind of play around with it. It is definitely the entire thing is geared around speed, which is, it's kind of amusing to me, and it's fun for that. I think it would be fun for just straight up normal deathmatch, but I also think that I wouldn't do very well with it, just because I'd be getting shot. I'd be getting killed by something like an assault mech so often that it wouldn't really make that much of a difference. So this is this Siege? Life Death Policy Agreement Section 2. At some point I'm actually going to have to read that the whole way through. Is this Siege or is this Missile Assault? I'm not certain. We'll find out here once the map comes up. Ah, this is Siege. This seems to be pretty much the most common thing that I get into. And also, I would think that it's it is also this mech would be really damn good for that. At the beginning, I'm not even in. Yeah, I thought I was. I'm not. So, yeah, that was actually kind of close. You know what? I'm gonna go back to base and deliver that energy. Not their base, my base. Yes, my base. So yeah, I'm not sure how many people are on each team at the moment. That that'll be something I find out when, if and when we die. But yeah, so yeah, sure. For some reason, I thought I'd pick up the assault. The assault. For some reason, I thought I'd picked up the other mech right at the very beginning. Oh, we're 6 short, really? Where'd he go? And that's what we wanted. So there we go. Because I'm pretty sure that was... I'm pretty sure there was only one guy on the other team for just a moment, and I don't know how many... really don't care. Teams are unbalanced because there's nobody at all? Ah. Okay, so he knows what the score is, but he's actually quite a bit higher level than either of us, so we'll see how this goes. I wonder if they aren't just sitting there attacking our ship from there. That could very easily be what the case is. Because you almost have to at this point, just to get rid of it. There we go. This could get interesting. I don't know why this is when I choose to be quiet, is when, I'm not fighting anything or doing anything. Ooh. Damn. Didn't quite get him. But didn't really expect to either. So, yeah, let's actually pick the boat that I wanted to pick. And get back into this. Yeah, I don't know why I keep wanting to call this thing a boat, since it's obviously not a boat. It is a mech, but it is very fast, it is very light, and it is very quick, and that, I think, is the advantage to it. Yeah, so kind of last time around was An accidental trial run of the assault mech. Not what I would. Oh, that was bad. Eliminated base. I didn't realize the base defenses were that close. I don't know, but I don't think that they even launched once. At this point, I'm just going to try to get some energy and get it back to base. Not not really sure at all how this match is actually going to turn out, because obviously, as you guys have seen, even with a pretty heavy advantage with a good team, you can almost pretty much guarantee your win, even against somebody that's already got a 2-to-1 advantage over you. So we'll see how that goes. And I mean, obviously, I'm going to be a little bit concerned because I don't know how my team matches up to theirs at this point. And I know that I'm not the best player in the world, so I don't know how I match up to them. That's actually really good for us. Ow! That's really bad for me. Painful, in fact. Because I don't really get any EXP from this, I'm gonna finish this mission out. I know I usually only do about 2 anyway, so I'm gonna finish this mission out with this mech, and then we will call it a day. And I mean, obviously, I think you guys already know pretty much what I think of this thing. I'm trying not to gather too much attention. If I had been in a heavier mech, I might have actually started that fight with the Rocketeer or whatever that was, because I think in my assault I could have taken him on. But with this thing, it's not a great idea to go toe to toe with pretty much I don't know anything. And that was kind of the point for me, is just getting us to a position to where, you know, hey, look, it's not going to be the end of the world. I'm a little bit more of a harasser mech, you know, somebody who kind of jumps in and out of battles and fights that way, instead of taking shit on head on. That, like that, exactly like that, actually. Alright, so I have exactly what I need. I'm going back and dropping this off. This thing, the way they have this one set up, it is set up entirely around entirely around speed. It's set up so that the fuel, when you take damage, it gives it back as fuel. It's set up so that you move faster the more damaged you are. It's everything is speed, and sometimes that speed is just a little bit too much. The nice thing though is I can do something like this and kind of really tick somebody off. Now that said, if I don't zig when I should zag, or if I zig when I should zag, I take damage pretty quickly, and that's the downside to it. Um, Not sure if I'd ever be 100% perfect with it, although it does seem to have a pretty damn strong advantage. And I also think that it depends on the level that you're on. It does seem like, something like this where it's a little bit easier to sneak up on somebody, slightly less hectic battles than last time around, I'd almost say. Every time I hear that, I think somebody's locking on with missiles, not realizing, hey, look, that's your health. Or lack thereof. Whoa. So, yeah, we didn't quite watch this so well for a minute, and that kind of gave us. Leaving nobody in here is a little bit bad, because that gives them the opportunity to come around from a different angle. I mean, obviously, we don't want that. And at the same time, we don't want them to just kind of be able to take this head on. Oh. So that's actually pretty bad for them that they're not. It doesn't even look like they're damaging our ship. It's like they're trying to come back to the AA instead of getting rid of the ship. And that's. I'd almost be willing to bet that, that winds up losing them the game pretty quickly. Or pretty shortly. Ooh, that looked unhealthy for him. So this is probably going to be unhealthy for me. I really cannot emphasize the fact that there are times when speed absolutely wins a fight. And against something heavier like that, this thing just dominated. That said, in another fight where I'm trying to take on too many guys, there's times when I can wind up getting myself ended just as quickly by accidentally switching at the wrong time, accidentally moving around at the wrong time. So, you know, that just depends on your play style, and I think it depends on who you are too. Oh, good. I did get a little bit of actual XP from my assault there. So, yeah, it's definitely something. I think it might be a little bit situational, but on the same note, I do think that just because of how fast it moves, the Scout is actually a very viable mech for um, a lot of different situations, and um, I didn't realize how good it was until getting into it. As I said, when I started playing around with it, when I started doing this video, I was sitting here thinking, oh, hey, look, fuel tank face. This thing's going to be boring because, um, I don't know, but it just looks dumb, so I don't like it, so I'm not going to worry about it. And then I was like, well, you know what? I've got a 5 minute. Actually, I'm not sure how long it is. It's like 24 hours, something like that, or it might even be the entire week. Um, Opportunity to play around with it, and since I haven't had the chance to review this mech before, I really did think that, hey, you know what? I'll go into it and we'll take a look at it. You know what? I do like it overall. I give this mech definite consideration, and while it may not be the next one I buy, simply because I am looking to more purchase something like here, and here we go. The I think I'm getting the Predator next was the one that I was really aiming for, and then the Incinerator, and then possibly the Scout after that. The Infiltrator and the Predator are kind of similar, but I like the basics that the Predator has a little bit better. So that one actually I may wind up not liking it as much. It may turn out to be something where, hey, look, I kind of like the Scout a little bit better, but and the way they have this thing built up too, with its internals and with its usable items, it is entirely about speed, and it does that job very well. So if you're looking for a small, light, fast mech with not a lot of health, but with a really good situational ability to get in and get out of combat, then this one might be the mech for you. Anyway, thanks guys, and I will catch you later.